The purpose of this video is to discuss how to operate the doors and ramps on the new Honda Odyssey Blue Moon for K. So again, I'm going to go in the car here, and I just want to look at this here, these displays, and there's a couple of ways to run the ramps and doors, but right here, this has to be in the on position, and that means you'll see this red dot here. The other thing you will see is the kneel should be off. What kneel does is it actually compresses the car downwards so that the ramp is less steep. The only time that Kay really needs that is if, God forbid, something happened to her power chair and you all had to push it up the ramp. Having kneel on when you operate the doors would be helpful. This also should be on. This is to make the ramp work. So if for some reason you notice the ramp is not deploying, a lot of times this gets bumped by a knee or something and gets into the off position. So I wanted to take you through the operation of the fob. This is one way to open. You can see the word hold here, and what you do is you point, this goes in the same direction as the car. So this would be the passenger side, this is the driver's side. So before you operate the ramp though, what I want to also just kind of tell you is that if you notice on the ramp here, or on the car, I have parked the car next to a curb, but I have put it about a good, I've got a good one of my feet and a few inches off of the curb. So it's about maybe a foot and a half off the curb. And the reason is because, number one, you have this floorboard here that you don't want to hit on the curb. And this other thing is when the door opens, it uses most of this curb as well. If you were to just open that door right now, pull on the handle for it to open, the ramp will not deploy, okay? Now, to use the fob, what you're going to do is, again, I got to get it oriented to the front of the car, so this is going to be the passenger side. And I'm going to push it and hold it until the door starts to open. So push, door starts to open, release. I'm noticing there's nothing in the way here. And out comes the ramp. Alrighty? And you can see once the door is open that the space between the curb and the tire has disappeared. That's why it's so important to not park close to the curb. So, another way you can operate the ramp is by opening the passenger door, and then on this column here between, whoops, I guess I'm going to go around this way so you can see it. Right here, on this column is the open and close as well. So this is another way you can operate the ramp. So I'm going to hit the top of that button from inside the passenger. I'm going through the passenger door, and I put my hand around, and it's the top of the button to close the ramp. You can also do this on the fob. It's the same button as before, it's just held again and it'll close. And then again, holding, I'm orienting it towards the front of the car. If you hit the other side and hold it until the door starts to open, it would open the other door as well. So basically that's the, and I'll just show you here, if I just hit this like this, all you're going to get is the door opening, you do not get the ramp at that time. So I think that's it. Thanks.